we tell our students, it really doesn't matter what area of pharmacy you go into, you're going to be a leader. You're going to be looked upon by others in your community as a leader. My name is Debbie Byrd, and I'm currently Dean and Professor at East Tennessee State University, Gatton College of Pharmacy, and currently also serving as Interim Dean at ETSU's College of Nursing. I have a PharmD degree, Doctor of Pharmacy degree, and went back later in life once I was in leadership roles and earned an MBA degree, which has been invaluable. I use that every single day. After my PharmD, I completed 2 years of residency. One was a pharmacy practice residency, and then the second was a specialty residency in primary care at the National Institutes of Health. And from there, I went on to start my academic career. My very first position was at Auburn University, and I was a clinical pharmacist and assistant professor at that point, working with family medicine physicians at the University of Alabama. And after 10 years there, I came back home to Tennessee and was at the University of Tennessee for a decade and helped open the Knoxville campus. So at that point, I moved into leadership positions, and I did a little bit of everything from academic affairs to student affairs, experiential education, and which was a great opportunity for me to get to see really all aspects of academia beyond the classroom and beyond clinical teaching at that point. And the opportunity came available for this position, and here I am. When I was in the first grade, my first grade teacher asked me to help her grade some papers or do something. I was her helper during recess one day, and I remember I got home from school and got off the bus and I ran inside and I told my mom, I know what I want to be when I grow up. I want to be a teacher. And so as I got a little bit older and learned a little bit more about teachers working 9 months out of the year, I'm a first-generation college student. My family always struggled financially, and so in my mind, I really wanted security. And as a kid, the idea of working 9 months out of the year is not going to be enough, financial security for me. So I just sort of put that aside and really didn't think about it again. I came to the profession, quite honestly, out of process of elimination. I didn't have anyone in my family that had been a pharmacist. My grandmother had been an LPN, and so I thought health professions, but I didn't know which one. And so I thought about the things that I enjoyed and also thought about the things that I didn't enjoy. And so that helped me eliminate some of the other health professions. And I got to pharmacy, but I didn't know very much about it. And at that time, I got out the phone book and looked up all the pharmacies in Cleveland, Tennessee at that time, and just went to each one of them and asked them why they decided to be a pharmacist, and would you hire me so I could try it out. And I think I was struck at how universally they all were so passionate about what they were doing, and the care they were providing to the community. And it was the last pharmacist that I spoke to that nobody else had a job, and I spoke to him, and he said, yeah, I'll hire you. And I spoke to him, gosh, it's probably been 10 years ago now. I told him, I said, you're the reason I'm where I am, because I really wanted to see it firsthand before I went in that direction. And I said, if you hadn't had that job for me, I wouldn't be here. And he said, I didn't have a job for you. He said, I just created one so you could see. And I had no idea, all those years ago that he just, one person can make a really big difference. The program started, or the first students enrolled, in 2007. It was approved by the state in 2005. We've been a small program from the very beginning, and the mission focus has been on rural and underserved populations. Probably one of the things I'm most proud of for this college is the Lawrence C. Weaver Transformative Community Service Award that AACP recognized us with last year. That really was just a culmination of, why we're here. And we were here because there was a need, and we feel a real responsibility to serve the community. And I think we draw students who have that same heart. We have about 45 or 50 students in each class currently. I feel like my job is to help everyone be successful. And if everyone's successful, then hopefully that means I'm doing my job. To me, the leadership boils down to influence, being able to influence others. And there's a lot of things that go into that. You can say, well, that's very simple, but how do you influence others? And, part of that, I think, is you have to have, confidence yourself. And so I feel like that path where I've done all the things that our faculty are doing and some of our administrators are doing, that I've been there and I understand, their challenges and opportunities. So just having that confidence, and respect, taking the time to see both sides of an issue and see everyone as people that are not perfect, and give them opportunities to try to correct issues whenever they need it, but again, help them grow. We tell our students it really doesn't matter what area of pharmacy you go into, you're going to be a leader. You're going to be looked upon by others in your community as a leader. You're going to be trying to influence every day, influencing patients to do what you're asking them to do, influencing other providers to prescribe differently, make changes based on your knowledge and expertise. So I think that's key too, that no matter where you go, that those leadership skills are really important. The thing that's different in pharmacy school is the pace and the volume of information. Think about up until this point, you've been an amateur student, and now you're a professional student, just like there are amateur athletes and professional athletes. Think about how much time a professional athlete devotes to their craft. If you're a professional student, the amount of time that you need to devote is probably significantly more than what got you here. We really try to encourage students to, obviously they need to spend a lot of time studying, but they need to get outside these walls and they need to take a walk around campus. And so well-being is really key as well, because it is so intense. One of my favorite things is whenever I get to let students know that they've been admitted. It's just their reactions are, all across the board. Some will scream, and others have cried. The population that we largely serve, about half of our students are first generation, about a third do come from those rural areas. This opportunity changes their life and the life of their families, and I think the lives of those in the communities that they go back and take care of. So, just it's that moment of I'm gonna get to do this. That's really exciting. We are more.